Central Command, this is Short. We are inbound on final approach. I say again, on final.
Welcome to the New York State Police exhibit. If I can draw your attention to the middle of the tower, standing on the roof, I would like to introduce our host for this show, Sergeant Eric Ozzy Osborne.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day 3 of the Great New York State Fair. Appreciate you folks coming out, especially appreciate those of you that sat through that dog show for no other reason than to secure prime seats for this, the best show at the exhibit, guaranteed not to give you fleas. We are SORT. SORT is the tactical element for the New York State Police. As such, we conduct all those operations you would expect a SWAT team to conduct. High-risk felony warrants, drug raids, barricaded subjects, hostage situation, counterterrorism operations, weapons of mass destruction, and contaminated crime scenes. However, we also perform a few tasks you wouldn't necessarily associate with a SWAT team, including search and rescue, specifically high-angle rappelling and rope rescue. In order to become a member of SORT, you first have to be a trooper for 2 years. After that, you can put in to go to the tryout. If you complete the 3-day trial successfully, you will get invited to a 2-week selection. If you make it through the 2-week selection, you may or may not get invited to the 6-month school. Out of that 6-month school, 3 weeks are dedicated just to rope work. We learn basic rappelling and safety measures. We go over rescue work, raising and lowering systems, getting injured people out of precarious situations, and we do helicopter operations, including hoist work, fast roping, which we demonstrated right at the beginning, and we rappel from heights of over 200 feet, which is a little over 3 times the height of this tower. But telling you is one thing, showing you something different. So without further ado, let's bring the guys down and introduce them. Up on the left side of the tower, representing the Capitol team from Albany, New York, Trooper Robert Heath. In the center of the tower, representing North Central, in this area, Trooper Cole Sheeback. Cole fans. And on the right side of the tower, also from North Central, Trooper Robert Burke. Down here on the ground, running the ropes, the assistant team leader for SORT North Central, Sergeant Ryan Ordway. Up in that top window, spinning our beats, fresh off his European tour, where he played clubs from Milan to Minsk, our DJ, Trooper Matt Cornish. And last but not least, from the frozen tundra of the North Country, Trooper Brandon Strader. Brandon, hold up. No, bro, sorry. I know how we used to come down 2 at a time. We changed it up this year. Yeah, the cheese stands alone for a reason. Folks, he's not going to come down like everybody else has. But you've seen him come down a couple times so far, and you'll notice that all these guys are feeding their rope through this figure 8 right here.
Up here, on the big screen.
What? Not
We've
again.
been trying to reach you about your vehicle's extended warranty.
These dog guys got me again. This is getting old. It's killing the show. Or it's helping, it doesn't matter. People love dogs. So anyway, Brandon, everyone else is coming down. They're feeding the rope through that 8. That top hand on the rope is a guide hand. Just keeps us upright. Doesn't give us any friction. Down here on the right, on their back hand, That's going to be the moneymaker. That's the brake hand. As they let that hand out, it allows the rope to freely flow through their 8. That's when we call letting her eat, and that's when we let gravity do its job. We bring it back to the hip, it puts friction on the device, slowing and eventually stopping us. However, as the fair progresses, we like to entertain ourselves up on this tower, and guys will open that hand a little bit more than they should, and they will really let her eat. If you lose that rope because you hit a twist or a loop, that could be a problem. You lose your brakes on the thruway, that's a bad day on the road, right? He loses his brakes up there, that's a bad day on the ropes. But that's why we have Ryan here. Ryan's not trying to be rude or antisocial, showing you his back. He's not trying to showcase his well-defined lats and traps. As our most experienced and most proficient rope guy, he has the very important, yet not at all glamorous job of rope safety or belayment. If one of these guys coming down loses their brake hand, he's going to pull on that rope, putting friction on their device, slowing, and hopefully stopping them. But again, telling you is one thing, showing you something different. So, to help us out, Brandon's going to do me a favor. He's going to take a few steps back, he's going to get a running start, and he's going to throw himself off of that tower with no hands on the rope. He's going to flying squirrel it down here at an incredible rate of speed, accelerating at 9.8 meters per second, until at the very last moment, Sergeant Ordway, if he is physically able and so inclined, will use his cat-like reflexes and raw power to engage the belay, stopping that trooper mere moments from certain death or at least a sprained ankle. Ladies and gentlemen, you paid for your whole seat. You're only gonna need the edge. This part's gonna be awesome. Brandon, 3, 2, 1.
What did Ryan look like again? Because I don't think that's Ryan.
Yeah, that's not Ryan.
He's got you.
He does have that shirt, but that's not Ryan. Uh-oh, I pick up on body language as a police officer, it's a bad sign. Folks, I'm sorry, just give me a minute. That air is brutal on these shows, but I gotta step over. Hello, sweetheart, how are you? What's your name? Sophia, awesome name. Sophia, did he tell you what to do? I figured, that's about the instruction he gives most guys. All right, so here, I'll give you the advanced course. Brandon's gonna jump, and you just pull on the rope, okay? Like on the first bounce or second bounce, it doesn't matter. At some point, pull on the rope, he's gonna stop anyway, right? Dude, Sophia's locked in. She's got mom there with support. I think we're good, bro. What do you say? What? Come on, dude, you're killing us. All right, Ryan, it's day 3. I haven't eaten that pizza free yet. If we get kicked out of here, it's back to crack houses and meth lab. Slushy and an ice cream? That's a deal. That's a deal. All right, so Ryan's going to go ahead and belay up here. Sophia, you're on standby. You're his backup in case he screws up. But 60% of the time, it works every time. So let's see how it goes. What do you say? You got 2 now. You good?
I gotta get down somehow.
Gotta get down somehow. All right, folks. Let's give him a little encouragement, all right? Help me count him down from 3, okay? 3, 2, 1. Woo! Oh, my goodness. Outstanding. And he can hold him there as long as he wants. He's not in control anymore. We can hold him up there 15 minutes, 20 minutes, make this almost as long as a dog show. All right, let's hear it for him. Where's it at? Shouldn't end the sentence with a preposition, I'm sorry. Sophia, because of your courage and not letting our guy hit the ground, here's one trooper bear from the New York State Police PVA tent right there. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Let's hear it for Sophia. That vest is not ballistics rated, okay? So just take it easy on this. Costume only. All right. You can see in that last demonstration, it's easy to get twisted up or in a bad position. Gravity doesn't take an instant off. But if you do get in a precarious situation, as long as you keep your head, as long as you keep your cool, and most importantly, as long as you keep your brake hand, you're going to be all right. So if you look all the way up top, we've got Robbie and Cole. We're going to come on down and demonstrate. All right. They came down a cappella there with no sound. They went ahead and came down to that standard seated hip propel like everybody else has. But now they're going to go ahead and transition that brake hand from their strong hand to their support side. That's going to allow them to go ahead and invert. So now, even though they're upside down, As long as they maintain that newfound break hand, they're not going to smash face first into this beautifully manicured turf. It's what we call the Commando Crawl. It allows our guys to see where they're going before they present their feet through the window or other opening. But once they've gone far enough and seen all they feel they need to see, they can go ahead and revert, reassume that break hand, and come on down. Complete with a superhero landing. Ladies and gentlemen, the invert. Little background, we did recruit these guys in the team directly from a synchronized swimming academy. See all those hours in the pool? There's rowing now. It's like a canoe, that's not swimming. Killing me. Folks are gonna notice a reoccurring theme out here, and that's safety. We're dealing with heights, dealing with extreme angles, hard and sharp edges. It's inherently dangerous. If people are hiking, rock climbing, or rappelling, they could become injured or they could become stranded, or they can go neither up nor down. We have to have the means to go ahead and get to those people. Ladders aren't necessarily going to reach high enough, and helicopters can be counterproductive. Those rotors don't do our ropes any favors, if you know what I'm saying. So, if you look all the way, well, not all the way, if you look on that shorter roof right there, we've got Brandon. Say Brandon's working his way down a sheer cliff face in the Adirondacks, or perhaps Ithaca, because it is gorgeous. He gets to a spot he wants to be for a little while. He's going to take that rope and wrap it around his 8, not once, not twice, but thrice. This is the tie-off. Once Brandon's tied off, he can go hands-free. He can invert. He can literally and figuratively hang out. He can get his cell phone out, snap a selfie, post it to his MySpace page. Anybody else running MySpace? That explains my message. There's a guy, thank you. Message me, all right. So, but he's hanging out there enjoying his day, and maybe a rock kicks loose and hits him in the head. At this point, I'm gonna need a couple kids to step forward, okay? Come on, don't worry about raising your hand. School hasn't started yet. Come on up. Come on up. All right, see that rope there that's there for your safety? Ignore it. Come past it. Come past it, all right. So what you guys are gonna do is grab one water balloon and then go ahead, close with and destroy Brandon. Let's see if you can get him in the head. Let's try to knock him unconscious this time. We're gonna run out at some point, guys. I don't wanna see any tears. It breaks my heart, all right? So go ahead, keep working, keep working, keep working. One, we got one left. Grant Finelli, go get him, guys. Sorry, guys, thanks for coming out, I'm sorry. Hit him. Oh. Faulty water balloons. Nice effort. You're alive. You're a horrible shot. All right, guys, let's hear it for our rocks. Hey, Ryan, next year, lawn darts. More accurate, more entertaining, don't have to fill them. Nice. All right, so Brandon's up there. He's been knocked unconscious, but we can't leave him up there. We've got a lot of time and money invested in him. So if you look all the way up top, we've got Rob. Rob's gonna work his way down his line.
Hey, Ozzy.
What?
Up here, on the big screen. How's
Yes?
that saying go? Either you're SWAT or you're not? Or is it, if you're SWAT, you're hot?
Oh, that's sweet. That's nice, I guess. Flattering. We'll take it. So anyway, he's been knocked unconscious. We got Rob up top. He's gonna come down, latch hands on Brandon, and hopefully bring him down to safety. Come on down, Rob. Okay. We choose all our own music out. Here's a bold choice for Rob. Obviously comfortable in his own skin. What? It's not your song? It's timeless. It's the Weather Girl. Oh, DJ Cornish. He needs something fresh. He needs something manly. I think DJ Corndog got you. Hold on. Doesn't get more manly than this, brother. Just do it, people, ladies and gentlemen. As you see Rob do what we call L out and come down, you're going to notice he has a different piece of equipment on the front of his harness. He's not running an 8, he's running what's called a brake bar rack. This allows him to take additional weight onto his system. That additional weight, in this case, is going to be Brandon. Rob stops a little ways above Brandon and performs a tie-off just like Brandon did. Now he reaches for that blue strap on his hip. That's called a pick-off strap. To use a partial inversion and his impressive wingspan, thank you, Vanna, to hook into Brandon's harness. Once he's hooked into Brandon's harness, he'll use those bulging biceps that he somehow shoehorns into an extra medium t-shirt and pull Brandon up. You see how Brandon instinctively reaches for Rob's hips and legs. We're a very close-knit team. At this point, we ask no photos be taken. Thank you. All right, you see Brandon's line has gone slack. That's an indication that his weight has been removed from it. Now Rob is working to totally free him from his line and to secure all his hardware so it doesn't fall and cause an issue below. Now he undoes his tie off and hopefully lowers them both safely to the ground. Looks like he nailed it. Ladies and gentlemen, the kickoff. All right, folks, we've gone over basic rappelling. We've showed you the safety measures we have in place. We've gone over a very small percentage of the rescue work that we are capable of. However, there's also a tactical application to the rope work we're demonstrating here today. Say, for example, if there were a bad guy creeping around these fairgrounds. He snatches up a kid, runs up into this building, and barricades a door shut. Horrible choice of location on his part, but I digress. So he's in there and he feels real confident we're not going to be able to come in through the door. But unfortunately for that bad guy, the Special Operations Response Team doesn't need to come in through the door. We can come in through the window. But before we do, we count on all our other partners in law enforcement. The men and women that you see in the gray uniform with the Stetson, they are the first line of defense. Road troopers are going to these scenes, often chaotic, dangerous scenes, often by themselves, locking them down, containing them. That is the most important and dangerous part of this job. And then after that, supervisors, investigators, negotiators, and other special operations such as K-9 Aviation all show up and lock down the scene and do their part on the team. But when it becomes our time, we do our job. So if you look all the way up top, we've got Robbie who's going to come down and run the recon. Robbie's going to be especially careful not to be too loud and land gently on that roof. Then he's going to switch that brake and rotate into the Commando Crawl. Now he's going to work down and check each window, looking for that hostage and hostage taker. Oh, Robbie, that is not our target. He seems receptive. He has not gone this far in some time. Forget it. Oh. Sour grapes, not interested. Swipe left, brother, go south. There you go. Now he's got eyes in that lower window, and he's seeing our suspect, who appears to have the championship belt, and the hostage. He's letting everyone know with hand signals where they are, and now he reaches for that canister on his belt. It's a noise flash diversion device, commonly referred to as a flashbang. That's going to emit a bright light and loud noise that distracts and disorients the bad guy while he sees the initiative. It looks like Robbie's ready to deploy the bang, and it looks like we're ready for Cole to effect the rescue. Cole's in the window. It's going to be a tussle. Oh, a left hook and a flying elbow, the people's elbow, ladies and gentlemen. Right into a pile driver. Oh no, my goodness. And the coup de grace, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you, our new champion, Cole Seaback. Let's hear it for him. How's Timmy doing? He okay? He's always good. Got him in the nick of time. Nice work. All right, nice job, Cole. Folks, I hope you can tell that we have a good time out here. We take our job very seriously. We don't take ourselves too seriously. We love working on this awesome tower, interacting with you good people. It represents a nice break for us. However, at the end of the day, it is a serious business we're involved in. Along that roof line, you'll see 4 sets of numbers. Those are the shield numbers for troopers Michael Strank, Ross Riley, David Brinkerhoff, and Joseph Longobardo. Those 4 men were operators on our team who died in the line of duty. They made the ultimate sacrifice serving the people of the state of New York, and we think it's those guys that deserve a real round of applause this afternoon. You guys have been a great audience. We really appreciate you coming up. Feel free to come forward after the show. We'll answer questions, pose for pictures, tasteful of course. We have stickers for the kids. Make sure to hit up the museum over here, and the log cabin behind you's got interactive exhibits, both very cool, both air conditioned. And then you've got the NYSD PBA and the Trooper Foundation for all your state police swag. Again, thanks for coming out, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day at the great New York State Fair.